What's up, VC? My name's Ron, and just wanted to come and say hello to all of my friends out there in the VC, the vinyl community. Just want to make a quick video, just some things that I've been picking up, the thrift stores, and also just at some local record stores here. I live in Columbus, Ohio, and there's some really good places here. Really feel fortunate to have those kind of places around. Like number one, Elizabeth's Records. I cannot say enough good things about that place. In fact, today I scored some really good stuff there. David was having a 20% off sale, and got some really good finds in the bargain bins there. So. Also, Spoonful Records and Used Kids Records and Lost Weekend Records. Those are all really good places. So if you're ever in the Columbus, Ohio area and want to check out some good places to pick up vinyl, CDs or cassettes, which I love all of those would be some great places to start. So just a little bit about me. I have been watching a lot of these videos out in the vinyl community for a while now, and just felt really compelled, I guess, and inspired to make my own. And nothing fancy, just something to I guess contribute to the conversation, and just really enjoy what I hear from you guys out there, and just a lot of things that I've learned about new music. Thank you, David Michael, for that. Big shout out to Naz Nomad there. Really enjoyed Billy Hurst as well. His videos really are a lot of education and also just entertaining, and just cool to see just the things that he comes across, and just, I'm really envious of some of those things, by the way. But anyway, really enjoy those. And also the Omaha Introvert. She's got some really good stuff too. Really have enjoyed watching her videos out there. So, and I know there's many more. And I just, like I said, I just really just would like to contribute to the conversation, and just kind of see what you guys think, and just to, I don't know, go back and forth and talk to each other, and just to enjoy the community here. So. So I wanted to show a few things that I got today. Had a pretty good score at a couple places. I went to Half Price Books. They had some cassettes that I hadn't seen in a while, and I'll show you a few of those. And then some vinyl that I got, like I said, at David at Elizabeth's Records. Again, really cool shop here in Columbus. He does only used records. He doesn't participate in Record Store Day really. Which I think is great. I mean, there's some great things to say about Record Store Day, but at the same time, it's become very faddish, and I think it's really cool that he specializes in used stuff, and does a very good job at that. So really love going to that shop. So without further ado, some of the tapes that I picked up today, not in any particular order, just really some of the things that I found today I thought were really cool. So let me take a sip of coffee real quick here and get started here. First off, The Clash, Combat Rock. This is a great album. Know Your Rights, Should I Stay or Should I Go, Rock the Casbah, you guys know those. But just some really good early 80s kind of punk, I guess. I grew up listening to them in that era, so I really was pretty stoked to find that one. Elvis Costello and the Attractions, Blood and Chocolate. This one is a really good one. I know some people are kind of funny that the Attractions are their favorite era of Elvis Costello, and they're not so much about the later Elvis Costello. I like pretty much anything Elvis Costello puts out. I really enjoy. I even liked Blue, his country album that came out. Really enjoyed that one too. So anyway, Blood and Chocolate, and it's in really good shape. Felt's in there, really good find. This next one, Simon and Garfunkel, Bridge Over Troubled Water. This was in really good shape. This is a really good record too. Kind of a a day like today, it's kind of cloudy and overcast. So this is kind of a cool. This would be a cool listen to today. I love the Boxer. That's one of my favorite Simon and Garfunkel songs. Very, very cool find. And some 80s rock here. Richard Marx, his first album. I really like Richard Marx. I know it's. I just think he's a great songwriter. Everything he's put out is very catchy, and even some of the ballads. I know it gets kind of schmaltzy, but it's a really cool video of him and Billy Squier with Ringo Starr's All Star Band. That's pretty phenomenal. They do some of each other's songs, and really like Richard Marx a lot. Good stuff. And this one was in great shape, so I figured I can't pass that up for $1. So this one was a good deal. 2 for 1. Eddie Money. Eddie Money's Life for the Taking and his first debut album on the Clear cassette. I think it's Columbia, not Columbia House. Columbia, it's not a club edition. But yeah, good find there. I love 2 Tickets to Paradise, Life for the Taking. Man, Can't Keep a Good Man Down. Give Me Some Water. That is a great song. If you haven't heard that one, check that out. Rock and Roll the Place. Maybe I'm a Fool. Man, just a lot of good stuff here. Eddie Money, another good 70s, 80s artist that I really enjoy. So that was a very cool find. REM's Out of Time. Good find there. All of these were in really good shape for $1. I know sometimes when you go to half-price books, really cassettes kind of become, they're kind of hit or miss sometimes. The felts are missing, or the tapes have been played so much, or there's like oxide built up on them, so they're not playable. But these were all in great shape, and the cases were all intact too, so I thought that was pretty cool. Radio Song, Losing My Religion. Let's see, just tons of stuff on here. I mean, this is the era of REM that I really liked, and really, I should say really not liked, but I like this era. This Out of Time, Dead Letter Office. Those albums are just amazing albums. Just really good early '80s alternative stuff. That's very good, very cool. This one I thought was very cool to find. Catching Up with Depeche Mode. On Sire, and it's again in really good shape. Nothing outside of, I would say, almost mint condition, I guess. They're in really good shape. Was really stoked to find that one. I've gotten into them a little more lately. I know when they first came out, I had some friends in high school that were huge Depeche Mode fans. I never really caught on to them then, but I'm really starting to appreciate their stuff a lot now. Violator, those albums, just really enjoy what I hear on those. But yeah, this one I thought was very cool, and again in great shape, and very happy to find that, put that in the collection. Catching Up with Depeche Mode. This one was very cool too. This is Electric Light Orchestra Classics. And it's a newer cassette. There's nothing on the inside of it, just blank. But great stuff here, man. ELO, Evil Woman, Boy Blue, Telephone Line, Rockaria, Loser, Gone Wild. What else is on here? Ma Mama Bell, Can't Get It Out of My Head, Birmingham Blues. Just some really good ELO. I love Jeff Lynne. I love his production quality. I love the way he's just such a great songwriter and producer, and just really enjoy what I hear from ELO. Not just his stuff with them, but his solo stuff, and just the stuff that he produced. The Tom Petty, his solo album Full Moon Fever, and the Traveling Wilburys, obviously. Just great stuff, and just really happy to find that one. And this one was also a good find, I thought. I love Rosanne Cash, and this one was in really good shape, and couldn't pass it up for $1. King's Record Shop. I don't know if you can see from the glare there, but it's fabulous condition, just really nice. and like I said, the felts are all intact, and the cases are all nice and clean. And this is just a really good record, and it just was very cool to find that on cassette for $1. So really happy to find that one. King's Record Shop by Rosanne Cash. So on to the vinyl. This first one I thought was really cool to find. These all came from Elizabeth's Records today. He was having a 20% off sale. They had some construction going on around the shop last week and this week too, but last week it kind of put the hamper on people that he was hoping would come in because of Record Store Day, even though he doesn't necessarily participate in Record Store Day, but he does have a lot of good, like I said, he specializes in used records, and they're just always in great shape and great prices. So, but anyway, found some really good stuff down there. This first one, Missing Persons, Color in My Life, in Your Life, Color in Your Life. Good stuff from Dale Bozzio, Terry Bozzio. Man, just amazing musicians. I know it's big 80s stuff, but man, you know, they're just they were a great band. I loved Dale Bozzio's vocals, just the kind of bubblegummy, almost Betty Boop-ish, I guess, if I could say that. But in a good way. I just really enjoy their stuff a lot. The song Color in Your Life, Can't Think About Dancing, Come Back for More, Face to Face, We Don't Know Love at All. This is a great record. Kind of, I think, probably one of their more overlooked albums, but I really enjoy this album a lot, and I was really happy to find this one for, was it $1.60 or $1.50, something like that. So very good find, great shape. Missing Persons, Color in Your Life. This next one, again, kind of keeping with the 80s theme, Reach the Beach by The Fix. I don't know if you can see the glare. The sun's coming in here pretty good, so I'm not complaining. We've had some great, like I said, today was kind of an overcast day, so it's kind of nice to see the sun peeking out. Reach the Beach by The Fix. Good stuff here again, 80s rock. One Thing Leads to Another, Sign of Fire, Saved by Zero, Reach the Beach. Just really good stuff here. Really enjoy Cy Kernan's voice on these records on The Fix. Just really good 80s pop. I guess kind of would be considered more alternative, but just really good stuff here. Really enjoy it. And I know I keep saying that. This is my first video, so hopefully you guys are gracious and will forgive me of that. But hopefully as these progress, I'll become a little more articulate, I guess, in what I'm saying. But just wanted to kind of get my first video out and at least share what I found today. So this is a good find. So I'm really excited about it. This next album, probably a little more along the lines of prog, instrumental rock, but the Dregs, Steve Morris's band, man, really good, good progressive rock, kind of instrumental. Rod Morgenstein from Winger was the drummer for these guys, and T. Lavitz, who was an awesome keyboard player. He passed away. I can't remember when he passed away. But if you get a chance to listen to some of his solo stuff, T. Lavitz, man, really good stuff. It's kind of jazzy, and kind of, I don't know, it's got a rock undertone, but it's just really good stuff. And was really happy to find this album here, The Dregs, Unsung Heroes, for $1.50. Can't beat that. Okay. Moving along here, this was a cool find for $1.50. It's a gatefold here. It's a John Cougar Mellencamp, The Lonesome Jubilee. This was a great album. This was one of the first CDs that I ever got. I remember it was one year for Christmas. My dad had bought me a CD player. I'd been begging for one because I'm a child of the 80s, so I was really into the CD phase of things because of the clarity and just, I bought into all that. Still loved my albums, but never had this on vinyl, and was really happy to find this one today. Paper and Fire, check it out. Cherry Bomb, Rudy Toot Toot, hot dogs and hamburgers, just really good Americana, American singer-songwriter stuff, man. John Cougar, you can't go wrong with him. So it's really, really happy to find this one. This next one is Asia's second album, Alpha. Was in really good shape. John Wetton, man, what a voice he had. Just amazing stuff. I know this one and Astra, the third one, usually doesn't get a whole lot of love, but compared to the first album. But man, what a group of guys, a group of musicians, really. Just really good music, good vocals, bass, guitar. Steve Howe playing guitar. I mean, just amazing stuff. Jeff Downs on keyboards and Carl Palmer on drums. Man, it's just a super group, man. Just again, I know their latter releases don't get a whole lot of love, but I love Asia. I love what they sounded like, and love to put these on. It's just good stuff. Really, really good stuff. This next one was a cool find. I like a lot of different genres, and jazz is one of those genres. Even some smooth jazz. Not a whole lot, because it all starts to kind of sound the same after a while. But really, really enjoy this group. Acoustic Alchemy, Natural Elements. This was on the MCA label as their master series. I know Larry Carlton and Albert Lee, a few other artists were on this label, and I've always enjoyed the things that I found on this label, and this one is no exception to that. This is really, really good. It's instrumental, but just really, really amazing guitar players. If you haven't heard of these guys, man, you've got to listen to this album, and then there's a couple of their later ones that were really, really good too. If you can pick up anything by Acoustic Alchemy, if you're into jazz or into kind of guitar-based instrumental music, you really like these guys a lot. This is a great album, so I was really happy to find this one, and even has some a little essay here just talking about Greg Carmichael and Mick Webb, who are Acoustic Alchemy. So, Natural Elements, very good album. Very, very happy to find that. They're at Elizabeth's Records. These next two, I was really excited to find, and actually these came from a Craigslist ad. There was a guy that was selling. He had some albums listed, and there was a couple on there that I had been looking for and have yet to find them either in good shape or for a good price. And these were both. So really, really stoked to find this one. Rush, Hold Your Fire. Yeah, let's see if I can get it there. And yeah, this album, man, just probably one of my favorite Rush albums. Time Stands Still, the song that Amy Mann from Till Tuesday sings on. Prime Mover. Oh man, just Force 10, Open Secrets, Lock and Key. I mean, the whole album is just amazing. Just really, really good Rush album. And like I said, it's probably my favorite Rush album of all, because this was kind of the era. I listened to them kind of loosely in the 70s, just because I had some my friends' older brothers that were really into Rush, and we would listen to their records. But I kind of got into Rush around this era. Grace Under Pressure, those albums, Moving Pictures. But man, so excited to find this at a really good price, and it's in really, really good shape. So, yeah, Rush, Hold Your Fire. This next one, again, this was from the Craigslist ad, and was really excited to find this because, again, this one is very hard to find, in good shape, and also at a decent price. And that's the Cult Electric. Ian Astbury's vocals on this album, man, kind of sounds like a harder version of what the Doors might sound like. It sounds a lot like Jim Morrison, kind of that kind of tone. Wildflower, Peace Dog, Little Devil, Electric Ocean, Memphis Hip Shake, Love Removal Machine. Just great stuff. And it's a gatefold album too, so it's got some cool pics of the band in there. And yeah, really excited to find this one. And like I said, it was a really good price, and had a good conversation with the gentleman that I picked them up from, and it was really cool. So I was really happy to find the Cults Electric on vinyl. So a couple more, and let's see here. This one, my musical tastes kind of go all over the place. I like anything from jazz to rock to some early country, not a lot of the newer stuff. I'm kind of not really into that. But this one, Giuffria, Silk and Steel, Greg Giuffria, Lanny Cordola. I'm trying to think of the other guys that were in this. David Glenn Isley was the lead vocalist on this album, on both of their albums. But yeah, Silk and Steel, kind of a cheesy 80s cover, and it's basically 80s rock with very keyboard based. But this was a good find. Their first album is amazing. These guys, I think, became House of Lords, which they're still actually doing stuff now, and they've kind of gotten more into the progressive rock vein, which some of their stuff that I've heard recently is really good too. But Giuffria, Silk and Steel, it's good stuff. And last but not least, well, actually there's three more. Hearts, Dog and Butterfly. This is a really good record, straight on. Pretty much everything on this album I really like. This is a good era of Heart. It's a gatefold. I like, again, this one comes, usually you find it's in pretty rough condition, but this one is in excellent shape. It's got the inner sleeves in pretty good shape too. So that's all good. The vinyl's in good shape. But yeah, Dog and Butterfly by Heart. Can't go wrong with that. I just heard recently that Ann Wilson is doing a solo album, and she's going to do it, I think it's called Immortal. And it's basically songs of people that she's that have passed away in rock music. I think Leonard Cohen, some Bowie. She's going to do some covers of some of the artists that she's been inspired by, and I'm looking forward to that actually, because I think she's got one of the best vocals in rock music. Man, she's a powerhouse, and I just love Heart. But yeah, Dog and Butterfly, good find. This next one, I don't have any Moody Blues, and so Long Distance Voyager is the one I picked up today for $1.50. It's in good shape. And figured this was a good starting place, I suppose, for the Moody Blues. I mean, I've heard some of their stuff, but I've never owned any of their music, so I was kind of excited to find this there, and it's in really good shape. These are all in really good shape today. So, but yeah, looking forward to spinning this one, the Moody Blues, Long Distance Voyager. Okay. And last one here. This was a really cool find. It's Haircut 100, Pelican West, and yeah, this was very cool to find. Nick Hayward, man, just it's really good 80s kind of alternative, I guess, pop, but man, just really good. This era of music, along with Split Enz, who later became Crowded House, Bow Wow Wow, those kind of bands. I really dug those, and really still dig those bands a lot in my adulthood. So anyway, yeah, Haircut 100, Pelican West. So that was a cool one to pick up today for $1.50. Can't beat that. And that's about it. That's my Saturday so far. That's what I found, and just really appreciate you guys sharing your videos and sharing the things that you guys find, and just kind of wanted to jump in the VC pool and kind of get some I guess like I said, just to kind of have a conversation and just to enjoy seeing what each other picks up, and hopefully get some trades in at some point. Who knows? But anyway, yeah, that's my first video. Hopefully it's not too boring. It's about 25 minutes in, so I think I did better than I expected. So at least as far as talking. So anyway, that's it, and hope you guys enjoyed it, and look forward to hearing from you guys and seeing from more of your videos. And yeah, looking forward to it. Thanks a lot, guys. Peace out.